how Heart's big hit Barracuda was made. I'm John Bowden from Rock History Music. We start our 10-part series with Mike and Roger Fisher. Mike was the manager, Roger was the lead guitarist. There's been a lot of talk about Barracuda sounding very similar to This Flight Tonight, a cover of the Joni Mitchell hit by Nazareth. Actually, Nancy Wilson had admitted in some interviews that they were inspired by that song. Roger, he has a different opinion.
Were you ever bothered by the Zeppelin comparisons?
Well, it's understandable that those comparisons would be made. They were such a great influence, but for the group Nazareth to accuse us of ripping off the the galloping beat for Barracuda from them.
From This Flight Tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like, I'm ripping off all these other guitar players because I use a guitar pick. You know, am I ripping off other guitar players because I use a guitar pick? No, and we weren't ripping off anybody because we used a galloping guitar part. There's galloping guitar parts in going back centuries in the history of music. So
Bonanza.
For Barracuda, how did you come up with that? I mean, speaking of that, were you just noodling around?
Yeah, it was one of those situations where on the road there's little time to practice. So me and DeRocher would always go to sound checks, and when having gotten permission from the crew, we would jam. And so one day we're just jamming away on that thing, and Mike comes running up from the soundboard and says, "Hey, you guys, what is that?" "Well, I don't know, just something we made up." "Well, keep that, develop that. That's a great song." And if he hadn't said that, it would have been just like any other little jam thing, water under the bridge, and it would have been forgotten. So that's one of the defining roles of Mike, is to recognize something and say, do that.
Well, they were jamming practically the whole song. It wasn't just the galloping thing. They had, all the way into the chorus, and it was awesome to hear that.
Way back when, of course, Mike Fisher was dating Ann Wilson, and Roger was with Nancy. And when they broke up in '79, well, that was the end of them in the band. Now, I'm not picking sides because it's kind of hard to be in a band with your ex. Fleetwood Mac did it, but most people can't survive that. We'll have more from Mike and Roger Fisher coming up next week. Make sure you comment on our video, subscribe to our channel, and share our videos on social media. We always appreciate it when you do. And pick up a t-shirt. We have Rock History Music t-shirt, Rock History Book t-shirts, and Rock History Canada t-shirts. A whole bunch of new designs. I think there's 50 different types of t-shirts on there. So check them out. I'm John Bowden from Rock History Music.